Here's what's making news tonight in your neighborhood. One person was killed and another was seriously injured in a late...
Thank you for joining us here on this Saturday, April 22nd. And what a glorious April it has been with so many summer-like days, including yesterday, which was simply gorgeous. What's our day today looking like? Meteorologist Eric Gage joins us now from the Weather Center. And Eric, I don't know if we can top yesterday, that's for sure.
Beautiful day, lots of sunshine. It was, I think 83 was the high, so it was a beautiful, at least, I would call this late April at this point. I don't know the exact, between the 15th and 20th, what do you call late April? So I would call it a late April day, beautiful day. For today though, on the windier side, a little more clouds than sunshine, and along with that too, we're going to be talking about some rain showers arriving this evening. But first, it is Earth Day. So I want to share in some beautiful pictures of spring pictures we've got sent in this morning. This was sent in by Riley. A beautiful picture of a mourning dove. You can see the trees in the background blooming right there. Also a beautiful bloom right here sent in by Helen. Lots of pink right there too. And a magnolia tree sent in by Gary as well. This just started, he actually just planted this last year, so this is blooming as well. And lastly, we got some daffodils sent in by Ken. So again, spring is arriving, but the temperatures, at least the warmer temperatures, don't stick around, at least for the near future. And you can see the story for today, windy conditions, and things are looking dry for the most part today. But again, this evening, rain showers do arrive. More cool temperatures are expected for the week ahead. Look at the weekend forecast plus next week's forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Those who live in Iliad.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. Happy Saturday. You just saw on the Cavity Tower camera, it's shaking a little bit because we've got some wind out there today. And although it is on the warmer side, the winds will be upwards of 15 to 20 miles per hour throughout the day. Let's take a live look outside in Oneonta. I want to emphasize this image right here because we're seeing a lot more green on the trees too. As even though spring is here, at least the colors start to come more and more as we head closer to the beginning of May. And a live look at a Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. After some brief showers last night, things are drying out and look to remain dry for most of today, as a matter of fact. However, rain showers do begin to arrive as we head into tonight closer to sunset between 6 and 9 p.m. So your weekend forecast is looking warm today with temperatures reaching the lower to mid 70s with some rain and storms arriving late. And then we start to cool down for Sunday with highs reaching the mid 50s to even low 60s with some scattered showers. Not looking to be a complete washout for Sunday, but still looking at generally unsettled weather for the remainder of the weekend. Now I want to go to our Skycast, at least for today, because we're going to have a lot of things to talk about in terms of the system arriving this evening. So again today, looking to be on the warmer side, the highs reaching the upper 60s to lower 70s by noon. Breezy conditions throughout the area, and then by 6 to 9 p.m. we're looking at this slow-moving cold front out towards Syracuse. Now I'm going to switch our view a little bit to our instability forecast. So this right here, this red area is what's called CAPE, or thunderstorm fuel. This basically is heat and humidity, and as these round of storms out here, this green, move into the area, it's picking up on this fuel and has a chance to ignite to produce thunderstorms with thunder as well as heavier rain showers. And this will move through and gobble up all that storm fuel, and then looking at some what's called training over some of the areas, producing additional rainfall, especially further east in our area. So back to our Skycast, the rain showers move through, start to strengthen a little bit as it heads towards Utica, producing some gusty winds as well as some brief heavier downpours as they move through the area between 6 and 9 p.m. After that, the rain showers start to move their way up towards the north, and as we head throughout Sunday, at least early Sunday morning, 2 a.m. to 5 a.m., we're keeping an eye on these rain showers out towards Canajoharie and towards Albany. We could be seeing the possibility of some localized flooding in poor drainage areas. Even though the risk is low, it's still there. Now after that, we cool down throughout Sunday with looking at relatively unsettled weather, temperatures in upper 50s to lower 60s with some scattered light rain showers throughout the day. And this continues throughout Monday as well, at least until Tuesday before we start to dry out by Wednesday. So our risk for severe weather today, a marginal risk, level 1 out of 5, and especially for areas south of the Mohawk Valley, Shenango County and Otsego County. The main concern is gusty winds right here and a very low chance for flooding, especially in Herkimer and Otsego County. But again, chance is low, but still there. So for today, high of 75, windy conditions, storms and rain showers arrive late. Tonight, low 44 with a passing shower, and again, those rain showers do continue. In our 7-day forecast, as we head into tomorrow, cooling down to the 50s. The 50s linger until Tuesday and Wednesday before warming right back up into the 60s, possibly by Thursday and Friday of next week. In our trivia question, a large tree can provide oxygen for up to how many people during one day?
Let's go with 3.
3, and it's almost there, and it's 4. And I was surprised because in one day, a single tree can provide oxygen for people. So like that, that's really helpful for people that want to plant trees, especially on Earth Day. So
Yeah, that's for sure. And they're tearing more and more of them down to build. So we need more and more put back up.
more trees.
Yeah. Stay with us. We're back with more right after this. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us for this half hour of Weekend Today. I'm Gary Liberatore in for Katrina, and we want to get you right over to the Weather Center with meteorologist Eric Gage. And Eric, another nice day on tap for us today, but some showers and storms possible later, right?
Yeah, so it's nice. It's on the windy side too. So if you're going out boating, especially for the early season boaters, still going to be on the windy side, experience some choppy waters. But other than that, if you're outside, enjoy temperatures in the 70s. The rain showers do arrive as we head into this evening. So I want to take a look at the big picture right now. So here's the front out towards the west. This will arrive closer to sunset. This is a slow-moving cold front. But behind this cold front comes a shift in the weather. We have been seeing very warm temperatures, not only for this spring, but also this past winter. However, as this cold front moves through, we're going to be talking about a cooler stretch of weather, at least until May. So as a matter of fact, taking a look, at least for the near term, for our rain chances. Again, dry this evening, very low chance as we head into closer to sunset, and then the rain showers pick up as this cold front pushes through. Then rain chances decrease as we head throughout Sunday, but still an isolated drizzle is possible, especially for some areas throughout the day tomorrow. But again, today, warmer in the 70s, probably going to be the last mid-70-degree day, at least until May. And we're talking about cooler temperatures for tomorrow as well as next week. That full forecast is coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. A former tax preparer.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. A warm and windy start for your Saturday, with temperatures still on the mild side, warming up into the 60s and eventually 70s by this afternoon. With a mixture of clouds and sun, things are dry, at least until this evening when some rain showers move through. Let's take a live look outside our Cavvy Tower camera overlooking the Mohawk Valley. Green on the trees, starting to see more of that too as well. And also, for today at least, camera's shaking a little bit. We got some gusty winds throughout the day. And a live look at Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Looking at quiet and dry conditions this morning. Looks to remain dry for the early part of this afternoon and early this evening. However, a stronger, slow-moving cold front arrives later on this evening. And enjoy those warmer temperatures today, because at least for the near future, looking at more temperatures like this in the 50s and even low 60s. So this is the near future, what we're going to be looking at for temperatures. So enjoy at least the more warmer temperatures with 70s for today. So on our Skycast this morning, on the mild side, warming up into the 60s by this afternoon, into the 70s by this evening. And ahead of this cold front, looking at windy conditions, at least for most of the area. Now, right around 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., this cold front moves through, and taking a look at our severe weather Skycast, looking at both rain, which is green, and thunderstorm fuel, or CAPE, which is red. And you can notice how there is fuel for these storms to ignite, especially over central New York, Oneida County, Herkimer County, and Otsego County. And so these storms, especially heading toward this evening, will have the capability of strengthening to produce some rumbles of thunder as well as some brief heavy downpours. And after that, those rain showers will start to move over at least some areas, at least a lot longer than others. So our Skycast, again, these start to strengthen over our area, and a brief heavy downpour is possible between 6 and 9 p.m. And as it pushes through, a brief round of rain showers move through. And then as we head into the overnight hours into early Sunday morning around 2 a.m., this cold front starts to stall a little bit, and looking at rain showers still moving up and down this front at least until 5 to 6 a.m. by early Sunday morning. So we're keeping an eye on the possibility of some localized flooding in poor drainage areas. The chance is low, but it's still there especially if you are in the Herkimer, Otsego County area, and especially closer to Albany towards Canajoharie, as well as some counties in Fulton, Montgomery. So our severe weather risk for today, main concern is gusty winds, especially for areas south of the Mohawk Valley, Otsego, and Chenango counties. And for flooding, again, the risk is low, but still there. And for the most part, we'll have a 1 out of 5. So a very low chance, but still the severe weather risk is there for today. Other than that, though, dry conditions, windy, and temperatures reaching the mid-70s for highs today. Tonight, rain showers and a few storms cooling down into the lower 40s. And our 7-day forecast, as I mentioned before, we're seeing not a big cool down, but a cool down as we head into Sunday with temperatures in the 50s, lingering light rain showers into Monday and Tuesday as well. Not going to be complete washouts, but still, generally speaking, unsettled weather. Monday looks to be the cloudiest of our next 7 days. And as we head into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, slightly warming up into the 50s and 60s. And our trivia question, what year was the first Earth Day?
I think it was 1970.
And you got it right, 1970. And I'm pretty sure it was not only for, obviously because, you know, they were starting to monitor more about Earth's, you know, the trash, yeah, just all that type of stuff too. But also, I'm not 100% confirmed on this, but I think it also to do with the war as well. I think the Vietnam War, they were talking more about, you know, at least with the, I don't know. Overall, I just think that it was definitely a big change in the attitude with the people of the United States with that. So.
Back in the 70s.
Yep.
Back in the day. Eric, thanks. We are back with more right after this.
Well, the Doppler radar is very active this evening. Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage joins us now. A lot of lightning out to the west of us, Eric.
Yeah, so, well, first off, I want to just, obviously, happy Earth Day.
Yeah, happy Earth Day.
It was a beautiful,
a
beautiful but windy day, but as we head into this evening, weather's starting to turn active. Looking out towards the west from our Cavity Tower camera, looking at some rain showers beginning to arrive. And let's spend a little bit on the radar tonight. So basically what we're having right now is a slow-moving, stronger cold front that is approaching, actually just arriving into western Oneida County this evening. This is producing lightning. It's also producing some gusty winds and some heavier downpours. So if you're outside, head indoors. If you know people are outside, head indoors. As well as if your windows are open, I'm going to start shutting them right now as this line is producing, again, gusty winds as well as some heavier downpours and lightning. To the south, we are monitoring a tornado warning that is affecting areas in Pennsylvania and just, in fact, more south of the Catskills right now. This looks to enter an environment not favorable for development, but we'll keep you posted on this. If this moves into our area, obviously we'll keep you updated on the track of that. But for right now, not going to see anything severe at this point. But again, garden variety thunderstorms moving throughout the area this evening. Turning to some rain showers overnight could produce some minor flooding issues in poor drainage areas. More details on that forecast for tonight as well as tomorrow coming up.
Thank you very much, Eric.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening. Here's a look at your weather headlines for your Saturday evening. First off, we got a brief round of storms moving through. That turns over to rain showers overnight. After this, more dry weather expected tomorrow with some light drizzle possible, but again, not going to be a complete washout. After this, though, looking ahead towards a cooler stretch of weather, at least until the start of May. Now, here's a live look at our Nexus camera looking to the west. We're seeing these lines of storms begin to move into the area. I'm going to spend a little bit on the radar tonight. So we're keeping an eye on this line right here. Gusty winds, a brief heavy downpour is expected. It's currently over Oneida right now, as well as Stockbridge. Heading into Hamilton, Sherburne, and head towards the south. It's just beginning to arrive in Norwich as well as Guilford. Now, we're keeping an eye on the south right now. There is a tornado warning. If we go to the velocity, we can see that this is an indication of rotation. You're seeing the red and green right next to each other. So this is south of us. It's going to enter an environment not favorable for tornadoes, but still, we are keeping an eye on that this evening. We'll keep you updated if this does start to move into our area for tonight. Now, look at our sky watches tonight. Again, it's on the mild side, even warmer side, with temperatures in the 60s, even low 70s. But again, the stretch of weather does start to cool down, at least for the next 7 days. You can see the highs for at least until Thursday of this week, only reaching the lower to mid 50s. So our skycast, the rain showers move throughout the area tonight. Briefly, a dry stretch of weather as we head into 10 and 11 o'clock, and then a return to more unsettled weather overnight into 2 a.m., even into 4 a.m., especially for areas out towards Canajoharie and Fulton and Montgomery counties. This could produce some localized flooding in poor drainage areas. So for tonight, looking at some rain showers, a low 44 degrees, some storms rolling through briefly. Tomorrow, high 58 with some sun and clouds and some light drizzle possible. Our 7-day forecast, again, looking ahead towards the next 7 days, cooler temperatures with highs in the 50s and low 60s, with generally unsettled weather with clouds and sun with a mixture of rain, at least for the next 7 days.
Forecast tonight at 11. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage. Good evening, Eric.
Good evening, Ben. It's been a beautiful day for most of us, except for those of you south of the Mohawk Valley. Got to see a chance of a pop-up shower or storm. Now, these have moved out of the area. Here's a live look at Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. All is quiet across central New York and will look to remain quiet at least for tonight, the start of tomorrow morning, and the beginning of tomorrow afternoon, with a very low chance of an isolated shower similar to yesterday, however not as strong, developing tomorrow night. Again, temperatures still on the mild side this evening as well, in the 60s, 65 degrees in Whitesboro, 58 over in Cooperstown, 64 up in the North Country and Inlet. So a very mild night so far, and things look to remain relatively mild at least overnight tonight. However, as we head into the next several days, a cool down begins to arrive. So 70s for tomorrow, down into the 50s for Monday, and highs for the middle of the week, reaching the upper 40s to low 50s. So definitely a big change in weather, at least temperature-wise, for the near future. So enjoy the nice weather, at least for tomorrow, with highs in the 70s. Again, mild tonight, lows reaching the mid-50s. We're talking about what to expect for Sunday as well as the week next week coming up. Back to you, Ben.
Thank you very much, Eric. It was
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening and welcome back. Not typical for April is several days of 80-degree days, and in fact we had 3 of them over the past a couple of days. And in fact today's we actually broke a record high at 2003. We had a high temperature day of 83 degrees once more, and the warmth does continue tomorrow, but then it does start to come to an end by tomorrow night. And in fact, we saw beautiful conditions for most of the area today. However, those of you south of the Mohawk Valley got to experience some pop-up showers and storms. Here's a time lapse of that from our Mountain Ice camera overlooking Oneonta. And you can see just a couple of rounds of brief but heavier downpours move through some parts of the area. And in fact, for tonight, though, things are quieting up. Drying on a Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. Again, things look to remain dry for most of tonight, into tomorrow morning and into tomorrow afternoon. But heading into tomorrow evening, a few pop-up showers do develop ahead of a cold front, and that'll bring with it some cooler temperatures along with some heavier rain showers overnight into early Monday morning. So around the clock for tomorrow, still again starting out on the mild side in the upper 50s to low 60s, reaching the mid 70s by the afternoon. Not going to be as warm as today, but still a very nice day for at least early April standards to mid-April standards. And again, on the wind speed, still on the quiet side at least for the morning, but winds do pick up as we head into the evening as that cold front starts to approach. And you can see right here weather grades, lots of sunshine, at least for the morning and afternoon, partly cloudy to partly sunny skies. But clouds will increase by the evening as that cold front begins to arrive. Now, the weather maker for today, for those of you in the southern valleys, those pop-up showers are due to an offshore low pressure that is moving its way out towards the east. And our next concern for weather looks to be from this cold front that is producing at least some severe weather out towards St. Louis. Now, thankfully, it looks to be weakening as it heads into our area, but there's enough instability in place at least for tomorrow night into early Monday morning for some rumbles of thunder as this strong cold front pushes through. So timing it on our Skycast for tonight, quiet conditions, temperatures on the mild side reaching the low to mid 50s. Keep an eye on some patchy fog for those of you south of the Mohawk Valley, those of you that saw rain showers. Could see some patchy fog, especially in higher elevations south of the Mohawk Valley. Heading into early tomorrow morning, again, starting out on the mild side, warming up into the 50s, 60s, and eventually 70s by the afternoon. A nice day. Winds pick up, a brief chance for a pop-up shower heading into late Sunday night. And into early Monday morning, again, looking dry, but this cold front begins to arrive by 6 a.m., producing some heavier showers, and these look to be on and off, at least for the most part, for the morning. briefly drying out at least for the afternoon, and then lingering showers trailing this cold front begin to arrive by Monday around 6 p.m. So again, a generally unsettled weather day in store for the start of the work week. So for tonight, low 57 degrees, mild conditions. Tomorrow, a very nice day with highs in the mid-70s. Again, a pop-up shower is possible by the evening. In our 7-day forecast, the warmer weather does come to an end as that cold front pushes through Monday and into Tuesday, with high temperatures reaching the upper 50s to lower 40s. We're warming up into the 30s, at least for the 60s, and even possibly 70s by Friday, but back down into the 40s again by next Saturday.